And what we're going to look at is the results of the Christian faith in people's lives. To summarise our series thus far, we've looked at why Christians believe there is a God who we believe is good because He's revealed Himself to us in history as in the Bible, who we also believe to be outside of time as evidenced by prophecies, but who ultimately revealed Himself to us through Jesus, noting that Jesus made some truly crazy and challenging claims about what is true in this world, including that the wrongs in our hearts are the main problem that needs addressing on earth. So the question that remains is, when people choose this faith, does it work? What difference does this faith make to our lives? Is it extraordinary or just ordinary? Let's look.
Christianity has radically changed the world in so many different areas. Who created hospitals? Who created schooling? Who created the weekend? If it wasn't for Christians, we wouldn't have the weekend.
The principles and the things that Jesus stood for has definitely filtered into the way that we run society today. And I think that churches and just the principle of loving one another and looking out for the poor has really produced good outcomes.
I think my non-Christian friends probably think that Christianity has done a lot more harm than good. Probably because a lot of the times the Christians that get the most airtime are the ones that are just giving us a really bad name. But I think individually they probably would look at like my life or other people's lives and be like, yeah, like that's really cool, it's helped you, like you do you.
For them, one of the big things would be if I see it, I'll believe it. For them to turn and believe God, I think it would have to be an experience.
It's like a double-edged sword. Some of them are like, yeah, I see what Christians do. Sometimes I think Christians are hypocrites, which maybe they are. Sometimes I'm like, Christians are awesome, but other times I'm like, what about all this past stuff which Christians has done? How do we justify that?
Regarding the Crusades, yeah, true Christianity, like if you're really following the way of Jesus, I don't think that the Crusades did follow the way of Jesus.
Philippians chapter 2 verse 4, and it talks about do nothing from selfish ambition or conceit. And for me to live my life in context of what Scripture is telling me, I feel that this Scripture has been compelling me to look at the needs of others and not myself. So it's an internal perspective, but it's also an external work to others.